For those of you born under the sign of the pig, 2026 teaches you the art of exchange, letting go of comfort to gain clarity, releasing control to gain peace. And the more you detach from what's temporary, the faster you attract what's timeless. Last year, 2025, is the year that the pig clashed with the Grand Duke. So there were a lot of abrupt changes and movements. But this year, the year of the fire horse, you think you're slowing down, but you realize that actually that's not the case, because the fire horse year moves fast for you, full of opportunities, but oftentimes ruthless with distraction. So for those of you born under the pig sign, it's going to be a cycle of exchange. Small spendings, big lessons, powerful returns. Now, in a nutshell, you gain, you receive, and at times, you probably question whether it's worth it or not. But here's the thing you need to pay attention to. Everything you release with purpose this year comes back multiplied. Because the universe isn't taking from you. It's teaching you to trade short-term comfort for long-term wealth. Now, how do we see this? We look into, first, what are the auspicious stars that are inside your animal sign? And then we look at the reverse side, what are the not so great stars that are affecting you this year, okay? So again, for the full astrology chart, surely you cannot assume that the entire world, right, with 8 billion plus people, there are only 12 animal signs, right? You need to take into consideration your year, month, day, and hour of birth for the accurate chart. To do that, just scan the code or click the link. It will lead you to a page where you can plot your destiny chart and follow along in the readings of the 12 animal signs. Okay? Now, let's focus on the first star called the Jade Hall. The Jade Hall is a star of appreciation, refinement, and lasting value. It governs the art of building things that appreciate over time. So if you already have bought assets in previous years, not just last year, but previous years, properties and all that, you'll find that 2026 is finally these assets show signs of appreciation. Now, if you have not bought any assets, then there's nothing to appreciate in the first place, all right? So people think, oh, I got Jade Hall, I'm going to get rich. No, you're not, unless you have something that could appreciate in value, all right? One of which is your skills. If you have, in your past year or the years before, gain mastery in a skill, it means you actually learned a skill, you invested in learning new skill, then in 2026, this is the year where your skills will actually become true assets. It will compound in worth. But suppose you have not done it, Jade Hall star is not about sudden luck or sudden wealth. It's about your investment in the past coming to fruition. So you should have done something last year, all right? So if not to worry, you have one whole year, right? So this year, you might want to be investing wisely, right? Or at least learn to manage your wealth, right? It favors projects with long-term growth potential, okay? Not going through this fast money. Jade Hall star is not good for fast money. It's good for slow money, all right? So 2026, every smart move you make today will mature beautifully in years to come, all right? So remember, take note of this, yeah? The second very good star that is in your destiny chart is called the month Virtue. So the month Virtue is a star of kindness, diplomacy, and a lot of goodwill. It smooths out all the rough edges, and it turns potential conflicts into cooperation. So, you know, even if you are someone that has sharp words, right? Or you sometimes say things that are offensive and you don't know why, you know, people get pissed off. You don't worry, because this year, with this star, it softens your words. It helps you even strengthen your reputation and attracts helpers who appreciate your grace under pressure. So what do you do this year then with this star? Lead with empathy, right? When you choose compassion over competition, you will gain allies, and this can accelerate your success. Now, let's look at the flip side of this and look at some of the not so pleasant stars or stars that give you a little bit about challenges and tension this year, okay? So the first one is this star called Death Charm. A lot of people are worried because the name is, wow, Death Charm, what does it mean? It means exhaustion and depletion. So on one hand, right, you can accumulate and grow your worth, but on the other hand, there seems to be a lot of situations that brings fatigue, mental or emotional or physical, all right? So, but don't interpret this star as being a slowdown or even as a failure. It's not. It's generally your system asking for time for recovery, right? So what do you need to do? All you need to do is schedule the rest. If it's, sometimes you just overwork yourself, right? So your energy might be the most valuable currency that you're missing on. So you want to regain that energy, okay? Now, the lesser consumer, a lot of astrologers say, this is you need to spend money and all that. No, it's a minor financial outflow. Maybe energetic leakage. It's not the end of the world, all right? And also, there's nothing wrong with spending money. It just teaches you that sometimes spending can also be powerful investments when guided by awareness, all right? You spend maybe on upgrades, maybe on travel, so you gain back, valuable time and experience with your family, or maybe you spend on learning. It's not a waste, it's recalibration, okay? So 2026, the year of the fire horse, think about it this way, right? Money may flow out, but as long as you're funding your evolution, it's good. But if you're funding on things that does not promote you to go to the next level, or it does not support your goal, then it's called a waste of money. So what you need to do is control impulsive spending, but don't fear strategic investment. You're buying momentum, okay? Now, what you want to take note of is this thing called the robbery shark. What does that do to you? Well, remember, this is one of those years where, you want to excel, because last year was not so easy. This year, wow, I can expand, do good things and all that. So the one thing you need to take note of is guard your work, your ideas, and even your trust. Robbery shark basically means that not everyone who praises you plans to actually protect you, okay? But still, you shouldn't let your suspicion dim your generosity, all right? I'm just saying that collaboration will always beat paranoia, but clear boundaries keep your brilliance safe. That's still necessary in terms of whatever you do, okay? So as long as you take note of that, 2026 will be fabulous for you. Now, on the spiritual side, every year there's some spiritual lessons that we could learn, okay? So we have the scale and precious light governing our spiritual aspect this year. These are two bright stars. What do they mean? Together, they refine the understanding of what true value is. What's worth your time? What's worth your energy? What's worth your heart? Now, you think about it as karmic balance and emotional fairness, right? The energy combination restores equilibrium. You'll be tested in moments of imbalance, injustice, one-sided effort, even emotional depth. So what you learn spiritually is neutrality. You need to choose your battles wisely and need to negotiate from calm and not from pride. Justice this year isn't always external. It's how you handle what's unfair with grace. Now, as you may already know, a true astrology chart definitely has more than one animal sign. So the animal sign of the pig can appear in your year of birth. It can also appear in your month, day, and hour. Now, a person can be born the year of the pig, a month of the rabbit, the day of the horse, and hour of the snake. All total different animal signs. To get the full reading of what each animal sign in different locations mean, you can watch our other videos, or you just scan the link, scan the code here, or click on the link that you see on your screen or on the comment section here. It will lead you to a page where you can plot your destiny chart for free and look at the other resources that we have for you to interpret what's in store for you, okay? So what I'll do here is I'll tell you what the animal sign of the pig can represent, can mean when it appears in different areas of your chart. But for the full information, please go to the link and download the rest of the resources, okay? Now, your year column. The year column animal sign represents your network, your friends, your industry that you work in, your market, your external influences. It also represents your public image. So since you have the Jade Hall in the pig this year, and you have it in the year column, that enhances your respect and authority at your brand name. Your name appreciates in value. Avoid impulsive generosity though. Not every opportunity deserves your investment, right? But it comes your way. So as long as you're wise, you can take advantage of the opportunities. Now, when the pig goes into the month of birth, that means you're born somewhere between November 6th to December the 5th, anywhere around this time, plus minus a day. The month pillar represents career and business and your work. So you can see that career and wealth areas of your life expand through strategic collaboration. Although the lesser consumer star suggests spending on growth, not gratification. So you want to invest in branding and education and long-term assets for your business and your work. The more professional you act, the more profitable you become. But if you keep spending on the things of luxury and just for fun, then you would have wasted a year that you could invest in your own growth. Now, if you're born on the day of the pig, that means this day column here and the pig is right here. The day pillar represents your home, your personal relationships. So it does represent that relationships and home life find balance through scale. Give without overextending, love without losing yourself. You have this spiritual star called Precious Light, and that teaches you that peace is the highest expression of love. Okay, remember that. Now, if the pig is in the hour column, that means you're born somewhere between 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's your birth time. Now, this column here represents your investment, your kids, your legacy. Okay, so what does it mean when you have the pig in that column? It means that you need to manage your assets conservatively, think long term, like real estate, system, businesses that appreciate slowly but surely, because the Jade horse star represents slow growth. But if you're trying to buy into the current fad or you're trying to make fast money, you're in for trouble, because the lesser consumer means you're actually going to lose money on fast trade. All right, so don't go and chase fortune. You're curating it for long term. All right, now if you like to see how the pig animal sign interacts with the other 11 signs in the year of the fire horse, be sure to download the additional resources. Just follow the QR code or the link you see on the screen or the comment section. Okay, now for those of you born under the sign of the pig, remember 2026 doesn't test your luck, it just tests your literacy in value. This is your year to refine, protect and multiply what truly matters for you. And on behalf of Team Joey Up, remember, stay elegant, stay focused, and let the fire horse polish your fortune until it gleams. Here's wishing you a happy and prosperous Chinese New Year.